Let's see.
Hi. We need to hurry.
Hi.
Would need the key.
Kill everyone you see. Don't hesitate. We can't let them release Lorenzo.
Alright, looks like we're getting to the end, folks. What the fuck? He goes right through the door. Thank you for getting in the way. Bam. Couple. Oh my god, that is awesome. First person view. Oh yeah, by the way, I actually haven't brought this up at all. So, Fallout 4 does have VR in the game. However, they force you to pay fucking separately for it. So, yep. If you thought VR was cool, I don't know what all supports it. I know Steam's does. It honestly seems very interesting at points. Like, I wouldn't mind playing it again that way. But only if I already had the equipment, and I don't, and I don't really see a reason to do VR. I'm sure if I had more room, I wouldn't mind really just Red X. Fuck off. Oh shit.
All those assholes upstairs and they still can't stop those idiots are trying to shut down the Oblivion field. That's the only thing keeping Lorenzo from breaking out of there. We need to get in there and stop them.
Hello, Jack.
I'm not touching
It's been
anything.
a long time
even
since
know
I've
what
had
half
the
this
pleasure
is.
of a personal visit.
Father, I will stop this.
My powers have grown, Jack. The artifact still has so much to teach me. Once I am free, I will be happy to teach you too.
You know I can't let you out until I can remove the artifact. Let me see. Lucifer's balls. They've locked down all the security doors. I'll have to open them one by one from here while you work your way down the hallway. Quickly now.
That's right. You need to shut down the containment field in order to open the door.
Really?
Hurry, damn you!
Alright, guess we gotta stop it.
That's it. Just keep turning it counterclockwise.
So there. Oh, he's instructing them. That's what he's
I'm
doing.
opening the main
You
door.
need to shut
Hurry.
down the
The
containment
Oblivion
field.
field is down. You're mine now, rookie.
Get some, motherfucker!
Even the simplest task was beyond your capabilities. That's it. My strength returning. Now,
Come on.
finally.
Oh, the lefty. Get fucked, loser. Enjoy being frozen.
Still one chance. I just need a moment to enter the failsafe.
Is it just me?
Good, good. Got him. Ooh, he's got a ton of the serums. Nice.
It's not too late. It will take some time for him to regain his powers. We still have a chance to stop him.
Don't listen to my son. He's the crazy one. You know this. Look at what he's done to me.
There we go.
I built a failsafe into the containment grid. Switch the 4 Abremlin generators to manual override, and I can flood his cell with a lethal dose of Zeta radiation.
Do the right thing. Open this door and let me out.
Well, we got a big decision on our hands, guys. That's right. For once, we actually have a decision to do something evil. This is the only one I can really remember in this game, in terms of, like, really big ones. Why do I have some of this shit? Okay, cool. Just gonna have that dropped for now.
If you don't set the generators soon, he'll free himself, and then we're all dead.
Really now? Huh. So, Lorenzo, how much does this
As
cost?
soon as you set the Abremlin generators, I can end this.
And what happens if I set him free?
Fool!
Ah, at long last, you did the right thing. You'll see.
Father, don't do this.
Too late, Jack. Why don't you wait there so that we can have that little chat that's so long overdue?
Get away while you can.
It seems Jack doesn't want to talk to his father. We'll have to kill him, you know. And all the rest of them.
Real quick, I wanted to check something real quick. I'll be right back.
Think back on everything Jack has told you. Who do you think is really the crazy one here?
2 more to go. Hurry! We're running out of time.
Everything my son has told you about me is a self-serving lie. That must be obvious now.
That's it.
Okay, so this is what happens when he dies.
Won't harm you. I'm sorry, Father. I did everything I could to avoid this. I believe I was close to finding a way to remove the artifact.
Liar! Get upon me here forever if you'd had your way, puny worm. Do you truly think you have the power to destroy me?
Goodbye, Father.
Alright, so that's that. If you talk to him, he says he's... Alright, so let me go through this really quickly. If you talk to him, he'll have this whole thing about how he's going to make a weapon for... I'm pretty sure does he make a weapon for you? Yes, he makes a weapon for you. But you have to find it within a certain time period, or else everybody in the house dies because he uses the serum to stay alive, and now there's no more serum. So, yep. But if you decide to be
Do the right
naughty...
out of here.
I can't talk with him? Oh, I thought I could talk with him.
Please.
That was the only reason I didn't wait to open the door. Alright, well. Hey, buddy, what's up? How's it going?
Ah, at long last, you did the right thing. You'll see.
Father, don't do this.
Too late, Jack.
Alright, we technically already heard this, so I'm just going to talk over it.
Don't you wait there so that we can have that little chat that's so long overdue.
Get away while you can.
It seems Jack doesn't want to talk to his father. We'll have to kill him, you know. And all the rest of them.
Ooh. Let's see.
How long have you been locked up in here?
My loving son trapped me here in the year of our Lord, 1898.
1898.
so,
Holy shit.
almost 400 years. I think you were about to agree to helping me kill Jack and the rest of my traitorous kin. Yes?
Yeah, sure.
Sounds good to me.
Then let us adjourn to Cabot House. I'm sure that's where they'll hole up. I'll meet you there. Just don't start without me.
Yep, so he is going to head there. Now, this is what I was talking about because I wanted to do this portion of the side quest. Actually, when I played originally, I also did this just for the fuck of it, for fun. And then you can actually go back, apologize to Jack, and then you can take on Lorenzo together. That one's the more fun ending if you want to do the good thing, but like also still kind of do the bad thing. But, come on, guys. This is Oh my fucking god.
Let's go.
Thanks, I appreciate that. Oh shit. Cat, how the fuck did you get in there? Oh shit. Did that damage us? I think that damaged us. So as you can see, he's super fucking powerful. And yeah, pretty crazy. Also, hearing his voice, I didn't notice it beforehand. This is the dude from, the guy who voices him is the same guy who voices the High Elves in Oblivion. I do like it because this does feel slightly more... Again, it's an alien artifact. It's not necessarily a, I don't know the best word for it. It's not like a, take you. I guess we'll head up together then. But it's not like the aliens we saw in like the Zeta and stuff. Oh, I probably could have read that computer, but whatever. I'm just gonna ignore it. There was probably just open security door or some stupid bullshit like that. But anyway, yes, Lorenzo is now going to go across the wasteland, and that is not good. Ooh. Well, reading those was fun and terrifying at the same time. Just like I thought. Alrighty then, it's time to head out. This is going to take a little bit, so I'm just going to speed cut until we get outside, guys. Oh, Lorenzo, what's up?
Hey.
We'll talk after my family is dealt with.
Oh, that's cool, thanks. God, that guy is terrifying. Alright, Kabats are this way. Yep, there we go. Kabats are that way. But I'm actually going to go drop off some shit here. It is technically one of my bases. Actually, if I just drop off my junk, technically when I fuse all the supply lines together, they will be connected, so I don't actually have too much to worry about. Oh, there we go. There was still a lot of my shit. Okay, that works. And now we're going to head to the... Actually, no. First things first, we're going to do a nice, good save here. Alright, now we're gonna head here, because if you remember, they do have some powerful people outside. And if you... Wait, actually no, will it let me? I don't know if it'll let me. I can't remember if they do attack us immediately. Might just have to wait it out until Lorenzo gets there. Because I do not want to take on a sentry bot, because we have not fought those yet. Just gonna stay over here. Can't be mad at me if I'm over here, son of a bitch. Anyway, real quick. There is something I'd like to grab while we wait for Lorenzo, if I can still do it. Yep, right up here. If you remember, there was a lock, and I want to get this picked.
Lock's really strong.
Oh, wait, no, this is Master. God damn it. For some reason, I thought it was Expert. Never mind. Well, I guess we're heading back. So first things first, I would like to see, will they say anything? Will it be mad at me? You just gonna stare at me, dude?
Move along. Authorized personnel only.
Sir?
Okay, you know what? Fuck it. We'll go in here real quick. Gonna do a quick save, head in here, and then I'll show you what you can do to, like, if you want to re-defend. If you're like, you know what? That was a bad idea. That was actually pretty evil. I thought he was gonna give me ice cream, and I haven't had ice cream in a long time, guys.
Your mind? Why did you release Lorenzo?
You were just keeping him prisoner to keep yourselves alive.
That's a lie. I worked for centuries to find a way to cure him. But he doesn't want to be cured. He likes what he's become.
Hold on there, Jack. He has a point. Your story about curing Lorenzo has never quite added up.
What are you doing, Edward?
I'd just like to hear what he has to say. He's talked to Lorenzo. I never have.
Ooh.
You're saying you think Jack's been lying about Lorenzo all this time?
Yes, Lorenzo doesn't seem crazy to me, although he's understandably pretty pissed off.
Yeah. Sorry, kid.
Damn it. I gotta see what happens. I've never tried this attempt before.
Yes, Lorenzo doesn't seem crazy to me, although he's understandably pretty pissed off.
I like how I got the charisma bobblehead and this still isn't helping.
Yes, Lorenzo doesn't seem crazy to me, although he's understandably pretty pissed off.
What if I tried the other one?
I don't know. He seems pretty crazy now, but who wouldn't be after being locked up for 400 years?
I guess we'll see what's what. If Lorenzo...
This game, my computer is not happy with this.
You've been working for Jack for a lot longer than I have. What do you think?
I already know what I think. I want to hear what you think.
Ooh.
Yes, Lorenzo doesn't seem crazy to me, although he's understandably pretty pissed off.
Well, goddamn. I guess you have some explaining to do, Jack.
You can't seriously doubt me, Edward. After all I've done for you?
Oh my!
Ah, you're all here.
Oh my god.
Good. How did you
There
get
might
in
be some
here?
valuable stuff inside. Let's go check it out.
My house, after all. I like what you've done with the place.
Lorenzo, thank God you finally escaped. Jack just wouldn't listen.
Be
You know
silent.
I would never.
You have all betrayed me, kept me a prisoner, and fed off me like vampires to prolong your pathetic, worthless lives. That is now over. Your time is up.
Holy shit.
Please, Lorenzo.
I'm over here.
Me, it was Jack.
Well,
Oh God, no. I always knew it would have to pay eventually.
holy shit. That is never not gonna scare me.
That must have hurt.
No intention of ever letting me out.
Well then, hey Lorenzo.
Hi.
Well, that's done. Thank you for your assistance.
Yeah, no problem.
What are you gonna do now?
Well, it seems that things have changed while I've been away. I have so much to learn. This new world seems to be one of limitless possibilities for people of our talents and inclinations.
If you like dirt, radiation, and random violence, you're in for a treat.
You're looking at things the wrong way, my friend. The old world's luxuries were paid for by an infinity of rules and restrictions. There was no room for a truly creative mind to flourish. Now, however, there's nothing to stand in my way. Or yours. But first, one last piece of unfinished business. I promised to share my blood with you.
You did not.
And I always keep my promises.
So, yep, we can come to him to get our hands on the mysterious serum.
Here is your reward. I will provide you with a lifetime supply as needed.
Lifetime actually means it here.
This is my gift to you. I will give you another vial when you need it, for your own use only. Do not sell it or throw it away. After business, pleasure. Help yourself to a drink if you like. Jack seems to have done very well for himself, despite everything.
So, yep, that is the secret of the Kabat house.
Yes? What can I do for you?
Are you really over 400 years old?
Yes, I truly am. Although since I spent almost 4 centuries of that locked in a tiny room, I have spent most of my time exploring my own mind, as it were. Did you need something else?
I was curious about the ancient artifact you always wear.
Jack spent so many futile years trying to understand this. I could have told him everything he wanted to know. Through it, I commune with the ancient minds that founded our civilization. Whether they live within it, or it communicates with them through time or space, or whether it simply holds their memories, I don't know. What I do know is that it has widened my horizons beyond the tiny scope granted to normal men. I spent my long captivity exploring the memories of the ancients, their arts and sciences, their philosophy and worldview. Are we done?
I need more serum.
When you've used what I gave you, I will be glad to provide another vial.
Well, we got tons, so I don't think I'll ever run out.
Never mind.
What the fuck was that about? Don't give me that attitude, bitch.
You like old stuff.
Excellent.
Oh, that's right. We do still get a Zeta gun, but we don't get our super powerful one. Now, this is our first weapon in the game, or at least like one of the earliest you can get, that basically douses people in radiation to kill them.
Don't you?
Again, it's not really a big thing in Fallout, not really an easy thing to happen in Fallout 3 or New Vegas, but here radiation is much more lethal. Anyway, we do have some people. Ooh, Cabot password. Oh, I didn't mean to set down. Wait, oh god. I didn't realize Jack's... Oh, or sorry, Edward. So that just gets him to join our team. Fuck. Oh, he does have a gun with him. Cool, cool. So,
Hey,
It's a damn shame things had to end like this.
what are you gonna do now?
I don't know. It's been a long time since I've had to answer that for myself. Only thing I'm sure of is that I won't stay here. I've had my doubts about the Lorenzo situation for a long time. You may not realize, I've been working for the Cabots since before the Great War.
oh,
I never met Lorenzo, of course. He was already locked up in Parsons when I came on board. So I've had to take Jack's word for everything the whole time. And I won't lie, I had a good situation here, and I didn't want to rock the boat. I don't know if it was the right decision or not, but what's done is done.
Jack trusted you, and you paid him back with betrayal.
He didn't respect me enough
I didn't mean to
trust
say
me.
that. See, that wording
He
was so
assumed I
different.
loyal no matter what. He never really cared what I thought. Well, no point in hanging around here any longer. I'm done with the Cabots.
See, that annoys me, because I thought that was...
Ah, my friend. Good to see you again.
Jesus, what a mess.
Yes, it is. Anyway, that scared me for a second. Like, oh yeah, no, definitely. God, they look such like dolls in this fucking room. They don't look real compared to the rest of the wasteland. Anyway, I know there's a room around here we can get our hands on something good, nice and juicy, delicious. No, it's not this one. Can't imagine how many good pre-war books we could get to sell in Fallout 3 because of this place. But there's something around here that I know you can't... You can't get without breaking into. Unless you do it this way. I mean, you get the serum, which I do need to look up, because I swear there was something important about that serum. Oh, is this it? Ooh, got good stuff in here, though. Sadly, I'm definitely going to run out of space soon. Actually, will I? I don't know. Okay, so there are a few interesting uses you can use for the serum. I thought it had some side effects that if you used it for too long, it would, like, kill you or something, but I guess that's not true. Apparently, if you keep the serum for yourself, you can actually get Emogene to take it? I don't know, that seems a little weird to me, but I guess it is possible. I don't know, I'm reading this off the wiki, so I mostly believe it. Wikis are usually true, but they're not always true, so... There we go. Actually, we'll take the clean gray suit. Alright, very interesting. I don't know if there's an extra one, because like I said... no, I don't know if I brought this up. If either you kill him there or you kill him here, they end up taking their... they end up dying later on, because obviously they don't have the serum to be able to keep themselves alive. So that does make me wonder, how the fuck do they get their hands on the serum? Do they just shoot him a bunch of times until he finally fucking... ooh, permanently inflicts 2% limb damage. Nice. But does he, like, just shoot him until somehow and then collects the blood? I don't know. Just kind of curious about that. Anyway, I swear there was supposed to be something around here. Oh, technically I can get in this terminal. Let me try this as well.
Sweet.
Oh my god, we have so much shit to read. Goddamn. Alright. Ugh. Okay, guys, we had a lot to read in the terminals, and I mean a lot, but this is honestly a much bigger and very interesting storyline, so I didn't want to skip the whole information that the Kabots had for both Jack and his sister. There's probably even another one around here. Just want to let you guys know all of that is going to be at the end of the video. We're going to throw that at the end because it's a lot to do. I just have a little bit more searching, so it's not going to be too long, but I wanted to say I am going to read them, but they are going to be at the very end of the video. So until then, we're doing this. But yeah, kind of interesting. I definitely like reading the... it's very interesting to see how they kind of dealt with everything the early years. You know, that was something I was actually very curious about, so it's nice that we actually, you know, got to hear that. Anyway. Ooh, look at all this ammo. Good shit, good shit.
None of your business.
God damn it, another master. Oh, Fat Man. Definitely taking that. Ooh, mini nuke as well, hell yeah. Might even have a use for that soon. Wink, wink. Sucks I won't be able to get into that lock, but what do you do? Alright. How close am I? I might... Let me see if I can take Buff out again. Nope. Not good enough. Why did that autosave? Sorry, you took drugs. We're not having you undo that. Like, oh, fuck. Come on, guys. Please don't do this to me. Okay, I am good for a little bit. But I think that's it. I don't think there's really much else we can grab down here. There's a bunch of crap and food. I could definitely just come back here later and grab stuff. But overall, I think we got the important stuff. So, I think it's time to head out while the buff out's still in the system. Okay, let's get out of here and let's do this. Hopefully those robots don't attack me. It's funny that he had those people outside, and yet he never uses them. Though for all I know, as soon as I head out here, they're going to start attacking me, and I'm going to have to use that Fat Man sooner than I expected. Please don't attack me. Please don't attack me. Yeah. Hello there, bye. We good? We good? Okay, we're good. Let's head back home and call it a day. Oh boy. Today was definitely very interesting, very fun. We had a lot go on both sides of the story and side questing stuff. So yeah, I wanted to get that out of the way because I didn't want Lorenzo to die on the way back. Apparently it can happen, and I didn't want that to be an issue at all, so I wanted to play the safe game here. Yes, I figured the buff out would wear out. Hey, what's up? Alright guys, I dropped off all my stuff, but yeah, anyway, overall, I do hope you guys have enjoyed the session. I know it was a little bit of mix-up, and next time we will definitely be taking on Kellogg. We are going to show him how great we are. That's the only cereal pun I can think of right now. He's going to be cookie crisped after we fired the flamethrower. I don't know, guys. I'm not good at this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. Please don't hate me. But I know, seriously, I do hope you guys have enjoyed this session. Next time it will be the good stuff. Next session will definitely be 100% all the way. Oh, I forgot to drop off my bobblehead. Let's not forget about that. There we go. Look at that. The good shit. But anyway, I do hope you guys have enjoyed this session. I will catch you guys next time. This is Mike Jr. II, signing out. Take it easy. That is not good. Ooh, Jack's office terminal. Ooh, max security holding facilities. Security door. Okay, so this is just saying the stuff about the doors and stuff being open, but we have the patient records. Oh, we got a lot of them. All right, we got a bit to read through, so let's get through this. Oh yeah, Kabat birthday. Oh, these are the patients. Oh, Kabat Lorenzo. Let's see. Oh, I see. These are the patients. Okay. Date of admittance, June 11th, 1898. Length of treatment, indefinite. Location, maximum security facility. Conditions, special. Assigned to special. Patient notes. Patient was admitted involuntarily due to the maximum security prison for indefinite confinement. Okay. All right, so we got some other ones here. DeSoto, Antonio. I'm just going to skip like their date of birth and shit. It's not really that important. Patient was committed under special arrangement with family. Legal counsel signed off in presidents of super whatever. Cabot. Okay, so they still own this place. Patient is not allowed visitors or any other outside communication. Well, that's kind of, as I was saying, that's pretty fucked. As long as patient remains cooperative, all reasonable accommodations should be extended. No treatment is necessary. Oh my god, that's fucking terrible. Let's see. Stowowski Anella? Patient admitted herself into the Parsons of her own accord. Patient has had no visitors, has no known relatives. Patient has never admitted to any crime, exhibited any violent tendencies, but details revealed during the counseling closely match those related to poisoning deaths of 4 sorority sisters at Mass by University. Oh, sorry, at Massachusetts Bay University. There we go. Okay, so she did do shit, but she's also not like super violent. She's just a terrible person. Smith Robert Bobby. Patient remanded into the custody of the blah 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 by Massachusetts Department of Juvenile Services. Patient's family is local, refused to visit. Happily admits to his crime, multiple homicide stabbings. Oh, lovely. Treatment, music therapy, botches to Kant, and fugue in D minor. Only piece known to stop his laughter, which is nearly constant. Oh, that's fucking lovely. That's terrifying. I wonder if these are like, if we were to actually go down there, would these actually match up or would these not? Because as we know, Bethesda isn't good with polish. Fano Teresa? Patient allowed to wear own clothing, black leather, so long as she continues to exhibit good behavior. Lovely. So this is her kink. Patient exhibits symptoms of the often misunderstood disorder paraphilia. Conjugal visits by approved male associate, discussed of said visit with superintendent. Cabot integral for ongoing therapy. Okay. Treatment, contemplative psychotherapy, shock therapy. Oh, lovely. All right, last one. Nightwear. Real name unknown. Oh, sorry, Night War. Oh, of course. Fucking nice guy. We're going by my League of Legends name guy, or I keep trying to say Call of Duty. I meant to say World of Warfare. Though it's all owned by Activism, so it doesn't fucking matter. Anyway, not Activism, Activision. There we go, that was the one I was looking for. Anyway, condition special. Patient refuses to share real name, claims its secret identity. Patient believes he is a superhero. Possesses exaggerated sense of justice. Isolation from some patients, essential to avoid altercation. Treatment, reality therapy. Extended counseling. Oh, that's it. Okay, well, whatever. Oh, here we go. Imogen shit. I wonder if this is where we get the information that I was reading. Oh my fucking god. Okay, it seems like there's a bunch of short ones, so I'm just gonna make this quick. Another unwanted gift for my loving brother. Still, it might be interesting to play around with. Do you really need to load them up all up at the same time? This whole computer thing turned out to be more interesting than I thought. I might have learned a lot from various BBSs. Jack's been griping some mistakes he made in setting up his terminal, so I poked around until I found the file. It would be simple to fix it for him, but not nearly as much fun as watching him try to solve it on his own. By the way, most of these are in 1968. Was playing around with some new ideas and hit upon a good gag. I wonder how long it will take for Jack to figure out. Damaging actually seems like a bit of fun. Went to see Father again. I just showed up at Parsons and threatened to make a scene until Jack finally agreed to let me go down. I don't know why I keep going. Father puts on quite an act for me, but I know it's not really him. Not since he got back from his trip wearing that horrible crown. I keep hoping that somehow he'll come back, that I'll see even a glimmer of the real person again. Maybe Jack will eventually succeed, and as annoying as he can be, I can't deny that he's very smart. Hey, 1994, year I was born. I went off the serum for a whole month. I thought I could stick with it this time, but when you actually feel yourself getting older by the day you know you can fix it, it's hard to give up youth and beauty voluntarily. I bet most people couldn't do it if they had the choice. To be fair, if you were to lose it all in one day, I think that would be kind of annoying. Anyway, now that one was in 1994, this one's in 2075. Apparently the RoboCo-techs didn't know how their own system works. I mean, it's just a simple bat file in the root directory of the database server, for crying out loud. Hardly the hack of the century or anything. I'm confused. This one's 76. Things are 2076. Things are going just going from bad to worse. The things Robert tells me, most people don't even know how bad it is, and here we sit, safe in our little Cabot family bubble of privilege. I've tried to talk to Jack about it, but he's in his own world as usual. I doubt he even knows what year it is. Mother don't even get me started. Her whole life is in a state of denial. I know this is insane to even think about, but maybe this is for the best. You'd think I could just get a gun or something, or some poison if I really wanted to end it for myself, but I can never do that. Deliberate. How selfish must I be to think that I need the world to end as a way for me to get out of killing myself. 2077, it's happening. I think a bomb must have hit somewhere near. Power's out all over. As far as we can see from here, the emergency power is still on in the house, but not for long. Edward and Jack want to try to get to Parsons' priorities. You see, Jack left Anders in charge here. He seems competent enough, but there's something about the way he... Wait, Jack left... No, Edward and Jack, okay. He seems competent enough, but there's something about the way he's been looking since it happened that I don't like. I'd better go back to Mother. Alright. I got power back on again. Things are very bad, but I would never admit this to anyone, but this is the most fun I've had since I can remember. I'm not bored anymore. Maybe this is how most people feel all the time. I really can't remember how I felt before the serum. Oh, and Anders is dead. I killed him. What? No one can believe it. 2 days after Jack left, he decided that Cabot belonged to him. Oh, and Mother and I have to leave. I can't really blame him. I mean, it was the end of the world. I'm not sure most employment agreements cover that, but he made the mistake of underestimating me. He didn't know how fast I was or how strong. I would have just made him leave, but he decided to fight. Probably better the way. One less person out there who knows about what we have here. We haven't heard from Jack for a week, and he and Edward made it to Parson at least. Jack radioed when they arrived, tried to be cheerful as usual, but put on a happy face for Imogen. But who really knows if they're really going to manage? At least Edward was with him. If anyone could get through it, it's Edward. Okay, so he was here before the war. Jack made it back finally. He says Edward is very sick from radiation. He left him at Parsons. I don't think he expects him to live. I'm not sure why neither of us is sick. I was out quite a lot now that I think about it. Maybe another of the benefits of Jack's magic serum. I'll have to thank Father next time I see him. Anyway, 2089. Turns out that eventually even the apocalypse can get boring. Jack and Edward are too good at keeping us safe. It looks like the Cabot family is immune from the end of the world, just like everything else. We just shrug it off and keep on going just like we always have. Sometimes I'm very pleased about that. It makes me feel incredibly superior. Sometimes it makes me really, really sad most of the time. It's just boring as hell. Alright, was that 2120? I stopped even telling anyone where I'm going. The world isn't as dangerous as Jack says. There's still people out there living their lives like they always have. I guess more of them are willing to kill you now, but that's probably just because they can. I always got the feeling that plenty of people would have liked to see us dead before. They just couldn't get away with it. Alright, 2251. I don't know how Jack keeps himself busy day after day. You'd think he'd realize that it was hopeless by now. After all these years and years, maybe he's just going through the motion the way I am. Or maybe he stopped trying to cure Father. I mean, what happens after? To us. I'm the only one that's ever tried to go without the serum. Maybe Jack and Mother think they could just give it up, but I think they're fooling themselves. And that was it. 1968. I think I finally have the new terminal set up correctly. Let's see if this saves. Yes! I can already see that this is going to increase my productivity immensely. Never mind Mother's carping about newfangled contraptions. I see that I mistyped my name on the setup screen. I'll have to check the manual for how to fix that. Would get annoying to see that every time I log in. Oh, he used a 0. He's just ahead of the game. God, how many of these do we have? Oh, no, not as many. Okay. Might stick these at the end of the session just because this is pretty bad. Sorry, this is a lot of them, and I don't want you guys to have to sit through these if you don't have to, so yeah. Still learning how to work with this new computer. Searched the manual for an hour last night, but couldn't find out how to reset my name on the login screen. Oh well, hardly worth worrying about right now. I'm sure I'll figure it out eventually. At some point, I'll need to take the time to transcribe all old paper notes into the system so that I can easily access them. But for now, let me summarize my progress so far in understanding Father's condition, so I have a baseline to refer back to here. All attempts to directly remove the artifact have been unsuccessful so far. Father's blood pressure drops precipitously, and detectable brainwaves nearly flatline each time the result was the same. Total anesthesia, local anesthesia, one that makes him unconscious, one that doesn't. Several types of antipsychotics. Fill in the exact list of dosage for my notes. Varying doses of LSD to do, fill in dosages. This implies that the disabling of the artifact in some way will be necessary in order to remove it from Father. Question. Is the psychotic effect permanent, or will it survive removal of the artifact? Or is the artifact effectively and directly inducing it? I've been very cautious with the direct physical interaction with the artifact. Since the very early days, my initial attempts to probe or tinker with it were met with similar physical symptoms in Father. To my attempts to remove it, I won't attempt it again until I have much greater understanding of the artifact's inner workings. Active scanning of the artifact itself has proven useless. I currently consider this a dead end. X-rays so far have proven opaque to all my scans. Obviously, I'm limited to the amount of radiation I can risk subjecting Father to. Radio imaging, again, the artifact is opaque. Passive scanning has been more promising. This is an area I plan to devote more time to. Artifact radiates across the electromagnetic spectrum at a varying strengths. But yeah, I'm just going to skip through a lot of this. So far, it's much more suggestive of further avenues of research, but I'm quite confident that over time it will be more over time, and with more sophisticated sensors, I'll be able to gain genuinely useful insight into the way that artifact is controlling Father. Oh, get military contacts from Senator whatever. They are likely to have more advanced tech that I can get commercially. Consider making deal for samples of serum if necessary. Ooh, so he had some plans. Physical symptoms and change that allow artifacts introducing Father as they follow. Extreme paranoia. Oh my god, this is so much of this shit. Oh my god. Extreme paranoia, psychotic tendencies. This is obviously from the first, since no drug has proven effective in the mitigation of these symptoms. All evidence points to this being directly introduced by the artifact. Agelessness. As of yet, unidentified modification to his blood chemistry has prevented any further aging since he first encountered the artifact. In fact, he may be in better physical condition than before. It seems likely that the artifact is actively monitoring and correcting any problems it finds with his hostage organism. Telekinesis, the most surprising ability I tentatively believe is that this is not actually telekinesis, but it's something generated directly by mechanisms in the artifact itself, perhaps using manipulation of gravity waves beyond our current understanding. Oh, sorry, current technology. I don't think I have the voice for this, damn. Increased physical strength, perhaps a side effect of the artifact's monitoring and improving of its host. This caused some difficulty early in Father's confinement before I was fully aware of his abilities, but it's now merely something to keep aware of. Father's blood chemistry shows various changes from horror human norms as well as traces of currently identified substances. I've proven that at least some of the symptoms described above can communicate to another person through use of blood transfusion. So far, through pure trial and error, I have been able to produce a serum with several of the benefits, qualities, and few side effects but my understanding of what the serum is doing so far is very limited. I'll continue to pursue that as time allows, but it seems unlikely to me or to be much of use in an actual freeing Father from the artifact. X-rays of Father's brain show no physical intrusions of the artifact. His skull remains intact and can see no signs that it has ever penetrated his flesh. At this point, I believe that the blood chemistry changes must be induced by the artifacts indirectly. It is introducing Father's cells on how to manufacture these substances. My most successful intervention to date has been the development of the Abraham field. Earliest crude implementation, 1998, was simply a full spectrum dampening field tuned to the same frequencies given off by the artifact. It did interfere with the artifact's operation, but at great cost to Father's health. At the same time, I had no choice. He would have been impossible to confine either way, but refinement of the field has been priority over the last few decades. I've managed to reduce the negative physical effects on Father, while more directly blocking the artifact's telekinesis power. So far, my attempts to broaden the field's interference with other aspects of the artifact have been unsuccessful. They bring on similar physical symptoms to attempting to physically remove the artifact, but this remains the most promising avenue of my research. If I can discover how to interrupt this communication, I believe I will have the key to removing it, or at the very least, in mitigating some of the other dangerous symptoms. Ugh. I hope the rest are short, because that took out my voice, guys. Mother and Imogene have left another European tour while I take care of the latest generational shift. Getting more difficult to make this work in our modern age. Luckily, money still talks. I have to find someone reliable to leave in charge at Parson while I'm gone. Perhaps Anderson could be trusted. Not to meddle? Oh, okay, so this is, as we heard earlier, Anderson actually ended up trying to kill Imogene. So yeah, so he knew about the serum, so he must have been in on it. It's good to be back. John Cabot, long lost cousin of the Cabots, has returned to claim his inheritance after the freak incident that claimed the lives of Jack and his family. As usual, I have to be careful to respond when people address me as John, and this beard is going to take some getting used to, but such are the burdens of immortality. Anderson proved loyal and uninclined to poke his nose into anything, so that's another hurdle to pass. I need to try to get as much done as I can. My mother is away. I find I am much more productive than usual during these transitions. That seems fair. Alright, we're in 2023. The other ones were before, in like 1995, 96, etc. I've been experimenting with some of the new transistors, and it looks possible to make a portable version of the Abraham field generator. This would be very useful if we had to move Lorenzo to a different facility for any reason. A lot more work is necessary, of course, and testing it on Lorenzo is out of the question. I won't risk shutting down the main field, but by replicating the current field frequency pattern, should at least give us some that we could try in emergency, even if it can be 100% certain it will work. See, then why didn't he install it in his house? That's a question I have. 2058. I've just hired a new fellow to help with the family affairs. Edward Deegan comes highly recommended. It's too easy for me to ignore the passage of time now, but I've just realized how old Daniel is getting. It will be some time for him to start to retire in a few years, and it's past time to start grooming his replacement. This is always such a difficult process that I tend to put it off, especially as Mother can be so difficult with anyone new. If Edward proves reliable, I can start easing him into the family secret. Tricky, but necessary. So far, so good. Mother has taken to him, which is essential in his first step. 2075. I've had Robco out again. It seems like a small thing, but this login screen glitch has been driving me crazy. I assumed that it would be fixed with the upgraded terminal. You can be sure I was careful to type my name incorrectly this time, but no, when it booted up next time, there it was again. This time, they completely wiped the entire system and reinstalled it from their master holotapes. Unbelievable. Believable that the typo was still there. They've promised to have some of their sharpest engineers look into the problem, but I'm not sure they were being completely serious. If I don't hear from them within a couple weeks, I'll make a few calls. You'd think he'd be like, here's $2,000, get it done. 2076. Apparently the political situation has become very dangerous. I don't pay much attention to current events, but Imogene's latest view is a high muckety-muck, and some government agency has been telling her alarming stories about how close they've gotten to a full-scale nuclear war. I wonder if we're following in the footsteps of the ancients who created the artifact. If so, who might our successors be thousands of years from now? Will our cockroach civilization eventually rise to wonder at the artifact we left behind? 2077, this should be after the war. It really happened. I don't think I've come to terms with that. It really happened. I don't think I've come to terms with what it means for the long run. It's been a crisis after another. We certainly aren't out of the woods yet, but the simple fact that I can write this again means we are better off than most people. I don't have time to write down everything that's happened. Fortunately, Boston was spared a direct hit. My first concern was Parson, of course. We had to maintain power at all costs. We've always had backup generators, more than usual, even for a medical facility. But these were intended for short-term outages, not as a permanent power supply. Then there was the question of security. Edward proved himself amazingly resourceful. He already had plans in place for such an emergency, thank God. He paid more attention to the news than I did. Still, there's no real planning for the end of civilization. He and I have been at Parsons for almost a month, trying to keep things from completely falling apart. Edward has been out for more than he should. I'm afraid he's taken a high dose of radiation, but there was really no choice. I'll do what I can for him. I don't know how I could replace him now. Imogene has stepped up amazingly. I had no idea she had it in her. The man we left in charge here proved unreliable, apparently cracking under the pressure and tried to evict Imogene's mother at gunpoint. He didn't reckon on Imogene, and neither did I. She took charge and somehow kept things secure in spite of everything. I'll have to see what Edward can do about a more permanent solution for the power and security for the Cabot house, but for the moment, things look better than they might. I expect even our resources will be tested to the limit over the coming years, but in some way I'm glad of the challenge. One thing's for sure, the end of the world isn't boring. Alright, 2 more. 2080. I think I can finally say things are looking up. Edward has recruited a more or less reliable security force to protect Parsons. The power situation is stabilized. Edward assures me now. Edward assures me we now have. Okay, that's what I was fucking up. I kept reading that as how for some reason. Now have spare parts to stockpile to last at least 50 years. Moving between here and Parsons is still the biggest problem. There are no signs of any return of law and order. Just the opposite, in fact, but Edward has proven skilled at dealing with the various groups of thugs that have been sprung up. Speaking of Edward, his radiation sickness has developed in the most fortunate way. For a time, I thought he was surely going to die, but then his condition stabilized. He now seems actually immune to further radiation. Apparently, this is not unknown in the other survivors, although Edward tells me a strong prejudice has developed against these people. Hard to understand as they seem uniquely qualified to survive in this new world. One benefit of the end of civilization that I had anticipated, there's no need for us to have to die periodically. I can go back to being Jack Cabot again. For the foreseeable future, no more neighbors to poke their nose into our business. Alright, last one, 2115. They do have dates, but I'm not reading the dates too. I've lately immersed myself in Lorenzo's work line, never before. I wish now I had made more of an effort when I still possible to try and locate the site to the so-called Ubar. After my initial failed attempts to find the site, I dismissed it as both hopeless and useless. Better to focus my energy on the immediate problems, but now, after going over Lorenzo's papers more thoroughly, I believe there's enough clues to the general location that a large-scale search using aircraft might have been foreseeable. Something that was impossible in my first attempt, of course. Maybe I could have found some other artifacts that I could have studied more directly, even if they were for a completely different purpose. It would be invaluable to understand how the ancient technology functioned. I've also come to realize how brilliant Lorenzo actually was. I was far too quick to dismiss his theories, the arrogance of my youth. I'm now convinced that his essential premises to correct the artifact he found was not made by humans. All the evidence was there, but Lorenzo was the only one to put it all together and actually understood what it meant. A staggering thing to think of. If only he had been capable of dealing with fools a bit more diplomatically, he might have gained more general acceptance of his theories and not been driven to such secrecy in his final expedition. Wait, what? No, this is still Jack about. I don't know, that was weird. Alright.